Good morning, everyone. This is Brad Matheny again. This in my continued effort to develop a tool for day traders to help day traders is an update to what I've been working on. I've been working on this pressuring system, and this pressure system is designed to hopefully map out Fibonacci price constructs as well as deploy some secondary measures of confirmation and price structure. So, I mean, I've gone over a couple of videos with this. I'll show you more as we go. This is the SPY 2 minute chart as of today. So here's obviously the opening day right here. You can see the opening pressure. We rallied up. But what I've been working on is lately this pressure system, which is designed to map this out. And I'll try to show this to you in here. Easiest way to show it to you is to come over here and go to bars. And what we will do is we will focus on come in here and style and get rid of the Bollinger Bands, get rid of the trigger because I'm not sure the trigger is working well or accurately and leave it there. So hide that, close that. So you can see here the pressure system is designed to map out price pressure. And now, obviously, we can lengthen it. So, for example, we can come in here, we can go to the inputs, we can determine the balancing mode. This is the long-term, short-term trend balancing. So hypothetically, I can go to 14, and this was 5 and 9, and I can go to call it 15. And what would happen here as we're loading data, I hope, there we are, should be reloading data. Long and short of it is, and I apologize, this is hotel data, so it's still calculating. There we go. So you see how when we lengthen the balancing, we now get more defined trending in the pressure indicator. And the entire concept here is this moved line that's more aggressive, more jagged, is the pressure indicator, indicating we're seeing pressure increasing, price pressure to the upside, we're seeing pressure decreasing to the downside. Okay, here, as it sharply changes direction right here, this is the indication that you're getting a big price change to the upside, and we would be looking for extended confirmation all the way up. Here, where it peaked, this is telling you essentially secondary peak. This is where you want to try to get out. And this gives you confirmation back to the downside right here. You see how we've reached a low point in pressure here, and we're rolling back off of this. This is, again, a 2 minute chart. So you can see how the pressure system works. But now I've been working on a secondary confirmation system, which is a Bollinger Band applied to the pressure system. So the whole concept of this Bollinger Band system is, and it's a little more cluttered here, but I can show you back in the others, is that we're looking for price to close above the Bollinger Band. So hypothetically, here's the lower Bollinger Band coming down. We get a nice solid move here, and we get a close above right here. That would be our bullish trigger right there. Make it a 2 point line. That would be our bullish trigger. This is where we would now look for upward confirmation. So right there is our bullish trigger. We would look for upward confirmation as long as this low price level has not been breached. So now we get over here, and here's our highest low price level here on the pressurized Bollinger Band is what this really is. It's a standard Bollinger Band with my pressure indicator being used as a secondary confirmation. And you can see right here on this bar, we get confirmation to the downside. So at this point, we were long through here. giving us the opportunity to potentially take profits up above this pressure level, this pressurized Bollinger Band level. And here we have this downward trend. You can see the downward pressurized Bollinger Band. We never had a real substantial rotation. But then you can see here that we get another from the lowest Bollinger Band level since we went short would be right here. So as we get above this level, we would be looking for at a close roughly right there, maybe even the one before this one. But you can see how we're using, since we got short, we're using the lowest Bollinger Band, pressurized Bollinger Band level as confirmation. So you can see how there we start to get very solid confirmation in this area of an upward trend. We've got a deep lower pressure reversal. We've got a roll above the lower confirmation. We've got the anchor bar confirmations taking place here and here. You see, we're getting a lot of confirmation. We're already above the middle, what I call ultimate Fibonacci 382 levels. This is very solid. This is a counter trend because we're above these Bollinger Band levels here. And you can see the trending indicator has been fairly solid. Pink is a warning that market is contracting a bit. Red is actual bearish trending. So back over here, we get into downward trending with a confirmation off the Bollinger Band system. We're still in green and pink and green. We're near the end of the day. We're above the 382 ultimate Bollinger Band range. This would be a counter trend short. You would want to really allocate a very small amount into this. So you can see as we move higher, we're long all the way up through this area. Then we end up getting a short. Try to show you here. Whoops. Grab that. Grab that. We end up getting a short over here off of that high level. So that's our high level right here on the Bollinger Bands. We want to carry it over to when we get a close below that level. That's on that bar. So on that bar, we close down here, would be confirmation of our short. You can see that we've already seen the peak. We've seen it roll down. We're seeing downward pressure, and we're already red into this area. We are still above the 382 ultimate Bollinger Band level. So this would be a fairly small trade. We wouldn't bet the farm on this. But now all the way down, as we go down into this lower channel, we're looking for the bottom. We start to get weakness here, weakness here, weakness here. And this is where we would theoretically be looking at the bottom. We're below the lower channel. Anything in this area is a good take profit area. Now you can see here we're getting up into confirmation again of upward trending. So let's try this. And you can see right over here, lowest Bollinger Band channel. Since we've been short, we got above it a couple of minutes ago. You can see here, we're starting to roll to the upside. We're getting very solid confirmation. Pressure is building to the upside. This is an accelerating market taking place. And again, I wanted to show you how this is playing out. We had some really clean trends yesterday. Let me just show you real quickly. So opening price, get rid of this. Opening price, big gap, volume went up. We're already above the 382 ultimate levels. So we're looking at a long here. And we carry the long all the way up. Notice the Bollinger Bands inverted here. Kind of wild, right? That's the pressure system. The pressure system can cause that to happen. So at this case, we are above the long trade and below the short trade. We would want it to revert, and I can change these colors. Maybe it would help if I change the colors. Let's see, input style, color, Bollinger Band. Let's see, visibility, yep, style. Okay, just change the inputs. I guess I can't change the color yet. Well, I'm gonna have to make a change to that so you can control the colors. But so we've got the upper level here, rolls up, comes down, and then rolls back into this channel, it looks like, and the upper level here. This would be a no trade zone. Even though you can see we've got huge pressure building way up here, it eventually rolls downward. Okay, now at this point, we were long right over here, so I'll drag a little green arrow, got long off the open, and I'll drag a little red arrow over here, and we would have gotten short right over here based on this pressure and Bollinger Band system. Soon as it reverted back to normal, we were already below the Bollinger Band low, so this is a short trigger. Then we roll into a long trigger here. You can see right over here, we get a close above the Bollinger Band right here. Then we roll over into a short trigger here. So we get into a short trigger right here. Then we get a little bit of a whipsaw. Again, this is a 2-minute chart. So you're going to get some whipsaw activity here. Okay. It's going to happen on a 2-minute chart. And then we eventually roll into this selling pressure right here. 2 bars later, you can see we got below the Bollinger Band right there, sold right into this deep selling pressure, rolled into stagnation, and you can see how the Bollinger Band stalled out, the selling pressure stalled out, and then eventually we got long right over here, it looks like. And you can see again that we would have potentially rolled with a tiny little short trigger. But now understand that, and I'm going to try to highlight this because I'm highlighting the Bollinger Band triggers. Okay. So this is a short Bollinger Band trigger right here because we're above this. But notice that our pressure filter stayed bullish. Okay. So, and again, you'll be looking at this. We're short up here. We're in a downward pressure system. We got a little short right here while the pressure system was still bullish. So, what do you do in a scenario like that? Well, you can kind of ignore it until you get confirmation with the pressure system, or you could try to take a short little stab at the market. As I'm learning with this system, and again, this is kind of brand new. I just created it this morning with the Bollinger Bands. What we want to do is we want to take the highest probability trades. And the highest probability trades are going to be the ones where you can see we roll back into this short, we close above the trade. So we got long right over here and we stayed long all the way up. Green, 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 no Bollinger Band pressure, no pressure whatsoever. Green, 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 green. And we rolled down with a Bollinger Band change, and we would have gotten short right back over here. So, right in that area, we would have gotten short. Now this is a 2-minute, so remember, we're going to see some chop on a 2-minute basis. If we were to turn around, and if I were to clear the drawing, remove all drawings, and come back here to a 5-minute, I think you're going to see slightly clearer data. And what you're going to see in this area is, downward trending because I've lengthened the pressure system. So now I'll go back and I'll set the pressure system back to where it was, which is the balance was 5 and 9, if I remember right. Okay, so now you can see we're looking at, and of course, the Bollinger Band system is too wide. We can still try to use it, but understand that it's a little too wide right now. So I would probably alter the Bollinger Band system. Instead of 9 and 2.5, I would probably set it to something closer to 5 and maybe 1.8. And again, the point behind this is I want to trade efficiently in the data. So I'm going to look at it and see how well did it do through an uptrend? How well did it do near a top? And am I getting chopped up too much? Okay. So again, what we're looking for here is confirmation of a trend. This is the big gap up. We go into the inverted cycling trend for a little bit right here. Okay, then we move into a deep selling trend here, which you can see moved into downward pressure right here, went into upward pressure here, went back into downward pressure here, went into upward pressure here. Notice the greens staying very solid through this uptrend and through price rotation. We get chopped up a little bit over here. You can see we get a downward pressure trend here, rolling down over here. We move into upward trending here briefly, pausing in upward trending. No real short trigger. See the pinks? No real red. And then we move back into upward trending here, move into downward trending here, and now we're in upward trending again. So the idea here is that to provide you structural and functional confirmation, as long as we stay below this ultimate 382 level right here, we are in downward trending. As long as we stay up above this ultimate 382 level here, and you can see we've bounced down to that as support, that's perfect. That's okay. That's still bullish. It's when it gets below this level that we have to be concerned. Now I'm trying to provide you some real key information related to how to trade the trend. So you're obviously in an uptrend. You would predominantly want to be trading these bullish triggers. You wouldn't want to be taking these short triggers just because they're counter trend. You could take them. You could go at them with a smaller amount, just what I call an anchor position. And if you're normally trading 100 shares or one call option, or two call options, hypothetically, you might just go in with one real quickly and see what you can grab out of this. But these counter trend trades, you need to be very aware. You got to be able to grab profits very quickly when they set up and you get 10, 15, 20, 25% on a put option, then grab it. Look to just, pull some profits on these counter trend trades. This is telling you we're in a big, solid uptrend. And again, if I come back over here to the 4 chart layout, so I'll put this back to 2 minute and candlestick, which is my favorite. You can see where we're at here. You can see the trending. So it's not always as clear, and again, I haven't altered these Bollinger Bands, but you can see the trending. We're above the 382 ultimate levels. We are in an upward trend. We're looking to take, this is a 10-minute SPY, looking for long entries and looking for some breakout move up to 558. You can see that we're just now getting into the ultimate levels. Okay, we're looking to see if we can break through those ultimate levels on the 30-minute. We're already above the ultimate levels here on the 5-minute, and we're in a rally mode. We've been in a rally mode since this bar or this bar. And again, these, I haven't altered these settings. These are just default settings with almost everything looks like turned on. So we're in a rally mode. We're looking for upward trending, and we would be watching these Bollinger Bands for signs of weakness. Here on the 2-minute, we're in a good solid rally mode, and now the pressure filter is weakening. So we'll see how this plays out. But I welcome your comments. I'd like to know what you think. I think this Bollinger Band system can be very valuable if I continue to hone it in and maybe make it adaptive. So quite possibly I will make it so that the settings themselves adapt to what's going on with price. But ultimately, what I'm trying to do is provide something for you to become a better trader. Okay, it's that simple. Learn to use these systems to become a better trader. And it depends on how you trade and what you trade. Remember, sometimes you've got to wait out volatility. That's just the way it is. Okay, guys, more later.